What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. Today's video, I'd like to talk about draft prospect Jaylin Simpson. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content. Hit that like button for your boy. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys for your continued support, continuing to share out my content on all the social media platforms. If you'd like to follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can donate to my Cash App, which is the $ Jew Talk Sports. And if you'd like to be a part of my Jew Talk Sports membership, you can hit that join tab here on the channel as well. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So I mentioned in today's video, I do want to talk about draft prospect Jaylin Simpson. Jaylin Simpson played his college ball at the University of Auburn. And Jaylin Simpson goes about 6'1", 180 pounds. And he is one of those guys that's a very versatile secondary player. He played both defensive back and he also played safety for my Auburn Tigers. And he's one of those players that was down at the Senior Bowl in Alabama. And he basically stated that he met with the Atlanta Falcons on two different occasions. He is a guy that's from Brunswick, Georgia, so he does have roots in Georgia. But I definitely think that he could be a player that's on the Falcons' radar in this upcoming draft. And he is one of those guys that I think would be a great addition to our Atlanta Falcons. I believe he's a player that you possibly could get in the second or third round in this upcoming draft. But he's one of those guys at the combine that did really well in the combine. He ran a 4.4. He had about a 39-inch vertical, and he had about 11-foot broad jump. So he is one of those guys that's very athletic. A guy that, like I mentioned, can play both the cornerback position and the safety position. And he's one of those guys that's fearless when it comes to tackling, coming up and making tackles, in space. And he's one of those guys that's a ball hawk. He had 4 interceptions last season for my Auburn Tigers. He was one of the better secondary players for our Auburn Tigers last season. But he was a guy, or is a guy that can take the football away. As I mentioned, he is a guy that will gamble and will take risk and things of that nature. But he is one of those guys that's a ball hawk, does a good job of reading the quarterback's eyes. And he also is a good cornerback in press man-to-man coverage because he does have long arms. He's a really lanky athlete, and he has great speed. So I definitely think he could be a guy that the Falcons consider, being that I'm not sure if the Falcons will bring back a Jeff Okudah, and being that you always have to have, multiple guys that can cover, especially in today's NFL with the 3 and 4 wide receiver sets. You can never have enough coverage or enough cover corners or safeties. And because he's a guy that's interchangeable, both playing the corner position and playing that safety position, I do think that he would fit perfectly in this Raheem Morris, Jimmy Lake defensive scheme, because Jimmy Lake likes to run, different types of pressures and things of that nature. He can definitely be one of those Swiss Army knife type players, similar to how we used last year with Richie Grant, where they used Richie Grant not only as a safety, but they also used Richie Grant in the box, kind of like that box safety, where he was able to come up and run support. So I definitely think that having guys that can do multiple things, especially in today's NFL, where it's kind of positionless, I definitely think that that's something that Jaylin Simpson does well. Is he's a guy that can play multiple spots in the secondary. So I definitely think that his versatility is what makes him a really, really good player and a good prospect. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Falcons decided to draft him in this upcoming draft. But with that being said, you guys give me your thoughts on Jaylin Simpson. Do you think he could possibly be a player that could be on the Falcons' radar in this upcoming draft? But with that being said, I have a lot more content coming for you guys. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up, be blessed. Peace.